Hello and welcome to another episode of Ask the Doc. I'm your host, Jennifer Filzen, and today I have with me Tsao-Lin Moy, who is with Integrative Healing Arts Acupuncture. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So you run a fascinating acupuncture practice. Please tell us a little bit about you and where you're located.
Okay, first I'll tell you where I'm located in New York City. My office is in Union Square, and I am a practitioner of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and with a specialty in fertility, though I treat, many other conditions. And my specialty, I help women find better and natural ways to get pregnant so they don't have to undergo painful or invasive surgeries, just to have a baby.
That is incredible. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I love the practice of acupuncture. I live out in California. I go see my acupuncturist regularly. It's just done amazing things, but I had no idea that it could assist with eliminating some pain from childbirth, which is huge. Tell me more about that. And you said that you're unusual in doing that. Not many others do that level of service.
Well, I don't really know what other practitioners do. What I can say is we're not cookie cutter, right? It's really personalized. And in terms of, from beginning to end, even prior to getting pregnant, a lot of women in couples are struggling, and oftentimes they may step first into the route of going to a fertility clinic or an infertility, we call it fertility clinic, not infertility. And when it doesn't happen for them, then they get really worried. And then, they'll come to me, and what we do is we work on getting them healthy. Really connecting, making that strong mind-body connection and making small changes to their life, so that this is all going to work out, right? Because we're looking at making a big life change, and you don't want to be stressed out going into it. And often stress is one of the worst, disruptors of reproductive hormones. And so how I work is I work in like a program. We're going to look at everything. We're going to look where, to empower the woman and the couple. There's also aspects of communication with their partner. A lot of women now are looking to freeze eggs. There are many that are choosing to maybe go on their own, to become a single parent and not wait. And so they will, seek help in having a healthy pregnancy, right? And happy baby for sure. Right. And then also postpartum, 1 in 7 women experience postpartum depression. And that's not talked about so much.
Yeah. Wow. You're doing some really amazing work. How did you get into this line of, well, first off, how did you get into acupuncture, but then also into this specialty?
Okay, so I got into acupuncture first I went the route of business, and I was in the fashion industry. I was in corporate, which is really soul sucking. And there was a point where I said, what's my purpose in life? There is this aspect when you get close to, their late 20s, you start to go, okay, I can't, there has to be more than this, something where you're going to make a difference. And so that's really how I came to, through many different, steps, to be in this particular in healing arts, right? And East Asian medicine, Chinese medicine is so vast, and, thousands of years of, empirical knowledge, right? Herbal medicine, treating so many people. It's really based on what's worked. And it's a lifelong study. Really important that you get experience, right? So I learned from my patients. Every patient, it's like something new. I never go, oh, I know this, I've seen this, because each person is an individual. And so it's like I'm always trying to solve what is this pattern? How can I help them and really empower them? So, that's really what, interested me is this ongoing journey for my own knowledge. And the more that I learn and work with people, and that the more I can help more people, right? And then what was your other question you asked me? Like, how did I come to
Well,
it?
you're doing fantastic work. I'm so
Okay, all
impressed.
right.
So, yeah, truly. And so really it was like, what is the why? Did you have like a personal story that relates to this? And
Well,
that's
a
why
little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of it. I mean, I feel like I was lucky. I had my daughter a little bit later, and it was my last year of graduate school, and so I was getting regular acupuncture treatments, and I was learning about how to eat, eliminating certain foods, and so I was lucky because throughout graduate school, which was like 3 years, that I was able to absorb the knowledge and apply it. You're not perfect. So I was at that point where like, wow, want to have a baby. It's maybe not really happening, and I need to make changes. And so for myself, I understood there was that point where you get scared, like, oh, what happens if you don't have a child? And luckily, I was able to conceive naturally. And also I was induced with acupuncture. So not only am I a member of the club, I'm a user.
right.
I'm a big, it's like the real. Yeah. So there's that. And then, early on in my practice, I had, this is like over 20 years ago. So IVF was, still kind of in its infancy, coming up. And I had these women that were coming to me. They were late 30s, had married later, and then now they wanted to have a child. And I could help them. This is something that I could do. They came to me. I could help them with their stress levels. I could help them as they were going through the process. The experience, a lot of fear, some had, pregnancy loss, a lot of shame and guilt if it wasn't happening, maybe they felt they did something in their past. So really full on, all of the skills and the knowledge of Chinese medicine, which is, 8 branches, including like food and lifestyle, energy work, all of that, and empowering women to be in their body, and also men to be connected, right? When you're aware that you are sitting too long, you get up and you walk around, right? But some people ignore that. Yeah.
Right. You're doing amazing things. Thank you so much for joining me today, Tsao-Lin. And
you're welcome.
Everyone,
thanks for having me.
Of course. And everyone, please look her up if you want to find out more about the good work that she's doing in Integrative Healing Arts Acupuncture. Please go to Buzz TV at iwannabuzz.com. Anyway, thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.